All right. Hi, my name is Sierra Azobi. I'm an NAVCL and Game Changers caster, so I've been following you behind the scenes for a while. Excited to finally chat with you. I feel like I'm playing blackout bingo with the C9 players for some reason. Y'all love talking to me, and I appreciate it. So yeah, just first off, just want to get a vibe check. You look like so stressed but relieved at the same time after that map 3 as you got up to go like dap up the teammates. So how do you feel? Just break the playoffs curse, one win away from Paris. What's it like?
Feels great. It was a really tough game against them. They're a great opponent, so not much to say besides it was really hard. And I'm glad that we persevered and were able to pull it back.
Nice, and we'll dive into that perseverance here soon. And to start off, I kind of mentioned again that playoffs curse that rut you guys have consistently found yourself in, and even before this stage began, Imi and like the pre-event press conferences were like, "That is our sole goal. We don't care about group stage. It's just I need to get the guys over that like hump they found themselves in consistency, like what happened last stage, going out 0-2." So I wanted to ask you, what difference did you feel both in the preparation and just the mental between last stage and this stage, so you could get that win finally through it in playoffs and kickstart on the right foot?
I would say the difference was just being able to have more time to work on things and progress. Just because
Okay.
we basically had very little time. They had 3 months, maybe 2 months as a team before I joined, and when I joined in January until now, it's only been about 7 months. So we haven't had that much time to really gel. We haven't had a lot of time to like form because teams like G2 and Sen have had their course for going on to 3 years now, and I'm a firm believer in any team game that it takes really long. It takes a really long time to just come together and to be great, you know. And we're just taking that and trusting our process day by day, and it's showing in our games. Because if we played this game now in stage one, it would have been completely different. And the biggest thing going into this game is to just be really calm in these high pressure situations, but at the same time to have energy and to love the process and to just enjoy the game.
Yeah, and I know there was a lot of doubters when C9 kept the five instead of making again last minute roster shifts, like some of these other orgs like 100 and Lev have. So it's yep, trust the process. It's definitely working. And on that note, we can dive into what happened today, bro. You had my heart like on overtime. I was like writing questions, erasing questions. Had me guessing left, right, and center. But I wanted to dive into that. Just what did we not get to see in terms of what you can share behind the scenes in terms of communication between maps, during the overtime, or sorry, during the timeouts and during like the half times with coach Imi and staff? I don't know if you saw there was like an aggressive hand slam at one point and slow down on broadcast from Imi. So I just
Yeah,
want to give you that space to chat about like how was it possible to make two comebacks after again throwing a 2-10 lead in map 2 as well?
I would say it was possible just because everyone on our team believes in each other, and a big focus we've had over the whole time that we've been a team is just to stay calm in these high pressure situations and to
Mhm.
think clearly. And it really showed even when we were down. Everyone believed we could win, and we were just focused on our goal of just doing whatever it took. And even in the pauses, we were just saying, just keep going round by round, and just stay focused on the moment. And that's exactly what we did.
Amazing. And another thing you kind of brought up in the post conference or post match interview as well was you were a lot more active on stage than you normally are, like embracing that stage presence, going at it with Okeanos in particular. I
Yeah.
wanted to know where that newfound, I guess, identity is coming from. Obviously, I know you know Okeanos, you know Tex, teammate, a former opponent in T2. Is that where it came from, or is this going to be consistency throughout playoffs? And, what does it change for you in just the mental?
I would just say this is going to be consistent throughout playoffs because when I was on the guard in 2023, when we were playing in Ascension the first time, I was doing the same thing, and I would say I kind of lost it a bit just because the fan reaction to me was just really negative, and I kind of was like,
Aw.
oh, like people didn't people didn't people didn't like me that much. But now I'm just like, fuck it, like I don't care what people think, and I'm just gonna do whatever I do and do whatever it takes to go to champs.
Period. And speaking of doing whatever you want, the F bomb on broadcast, that was amazing. Saying you anti-straighted the fuck out of them on Lotus, and even the
Yeah.
assistant coach, your assistant coach on Twitter was saying that you were like the king of the comms, like in the server today. I wanted to say like what you can share. Are there any moments that you were like, oh yeah, this is the round that like I was able to get behind them, make that round winning play, because you saw through their facade or their game plan?
I would say every round on our attack, I knew what they were doing. To be honest, we just everyone reacted well, and we played well around the information given. And Mitch made some great calls, and everyone just really like switched on and just played great for the second half. So props to them.
Yeah, I think there was one round where he had that really nice A lurk up, and then they came back last second, and I don't remember if it was the last or the second to last, but yeah, insanely done. And now, obviously you guys get that rematch against Sentinels, both kind of a grudge match because they knocked you down to the lowers last stage, and also because you just lost to them more recently in the group stage. And so I wanted to ask a little bit more on the preparation side of things. Not too much downtime between the group stage and the playoffs start. Do you guys just take it one match at a time? Was it all in on Lev? Did you do a little bit of prep for what opponents could come, like Sentinels, or is it all going to be hit the grindstone tonight and tomorrow before the game starts?
Yeah, we definitely did do a lot of prep. Shout out to the coaches and the management. They thoroughly thought out about who we played and they prepared for every scenario. And I know
Mm.
that they're going to go back and prepare for Sentinels tonight. Same thing for me. So yeah, you always have to stay prepared no matter the situation, and that's exactly what we're going to do.
And a little note on that preparation, obviously can't reveal details, but what do you think was like the biggest takeaway or the thing you remember from the last time you faced them in the group stage that is like your number one thought and that you're going to keep in mind going into the rematch tomorrow?
I think it's just to play our game. Last time we played them, in my opinion, we were just very timid and we
Mm.
let them do whatever they want. And they got away with some ridiculous rounds, to be honest. So it's just all about being locked in tomorrow and setting the pace and doing whatever it takes to win.
Nice, nice. And all right, I want to like look forward a little bit, be optimistic here, manifest a win against Sentinels, and actually look back to a tweet that you have had pinned on your Twitter for now years, right? And I can read it back. I'm sure you know it because you have it pinned, where it says 4/16/2022, obviously the day you lost to PRX in Reykjavik. It said, "I will become the best Sentinel in North America, and I will become the best Sentinel in the world. Never gonna forget this moment." Um, and with that, I have two things to address. First off, Sentinel, you've been kind of stuck on the Viper, right? Other than the occasional deadlock. Is that like you're just being like a team player? Are you itching to get back to the Sentinel anytime in the future, or what are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I'm just a team player and I'll play whatever the team needs from me, to be honest.
Amazing. And then the real meat of the question that I was looking forward to was, okay, let's say you do make that spot in Champions. You said, like in other interviews, your goal has just been to make champs. And so I'm curious, okay, what are your goals going to be as an individual once you actually get to champs? Some PRX revenge, just individually, what are you looking to do there?
I would say my biggest thing is I just want to enjoy it. It's
Mm,
been about 3 years, right, on that
yeah,
moment in 2022 since I attended an international event. I attended both the Ascensions, but for me, it's not the same.
of
And
course.
I just want to enjoy it and just have fun there, to be honest, because just getting there is difficult in the first place. So I'll just take it step by step and we'll see when we get there.
Nice, nice. And to wind down the interview, I wanted to kind of shift gears a little bit to go to some wholesome questions, some self reflection questions as well. First off, I got to meet Jess actually at Masters Toronto.
Awesome.
Very very adorable. I don't know if you know, but she brought like all the C9 stickers actually to the
Yeah,
VCT fan cafe, and
yeah,
and
for
so
sure.
I was curious about you talked about what it meant to have like her and your family by your side during the rough times of 2024, but now that you're coming into like winning streak, a little bit more, I would say like a brighter time, how has that support structure been similarly important to you?
It's been great. Like Jess has always supports me and is always there for me, and she's honestly she's amazing, and I'm just lucky to have her. And same thing for my family. They're just amazing and they support me no matter what, and they just want to see me happy. And I'm lucky to have such a supportive people around me that just just want me to be happy overall regardless of what I'm doing. So I'm just really blessed, to be honest.
Yeah, I love how involved she was with the scene. I was like, oh, this is so cute. I still haven't decided where to put this sticker, but we want the net cipher back. We
Agreed.
need to make a Viper one. All right, and then kind of to end things off, and again looking towards the future. Again, past interviews you mentioned, kind of end of 24 coming into early 2025. It was a period of reconnecting with your family amidst hard times and giving yourself grace in particular. And so, if that was like, I guess the you of old, obviously still could be working on those things now. What do you think is the new chapter that you're entering? Like your big focus, your big like personal goals in terms of like changes, not like measurable goals, I should say, like oh winning, making champs, but like in yourself, it's like your character and such.
I would say to just enjoy the moment more and
Mm-hmm.
to be less hard on myself just because this year's been a tough year for me. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna lie, performance wise, personal life wise, and but I'm just happy that I have an amazing team around me that we're able to just persevere regardless of how I'm playing individually. So yeah, I haven't been very kind to myself just because I've been really down about how I've been playing, and I'm just happy to show a glimpse of what I could do in this first playoff game. I'm looking to just keep pushing and keep going.
Well, again, one game off from Champs Paris, one win, and again, I know you guys have a lot of work to do before then. So I will conclude the interview there and wish you luck in that matchup tomorrow against Sentinels.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a
Thank
great
you
day.
so much. You too. Have a good night.